ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. A little bit of a new layout here, as you can see. Trying something a little new. Welcome to the All-Pro JAFFOs, highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
It's on loop right now, that's why. And with me, actually, this time in the same fucking room, the 6'10 beast from the southeast, Mr. Country.
I'm scared of you, motherfucker.
And ladies and gentlemen, the person who's with us at this point, he is one of the all-stars in the A7FL, especially in the A7FL Nevada division. He is QB/athlete/ one of the guys who can do it all on the Insomniacs, coming off of 71-0 thrashing of the Kryptonite. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show, Mr. Trey Robinson.
Thank you for having me, fellas. Yeah. Thank you for having me, fellas.
Absolutely, my friend. I'm glad you gave the okay.
Of course.
There are plenty of times that we either get ghosted or no reply, like just no reply at all, or just thank you but no thank you type of thing. So we're glad that you decided to give it a thumbs up.
Of course.
First things first. I wanted to get you on for a couple of reasons. Mainly because we've talked to the East. We've talked to Matt Ryan, Corey Hammond, Big Rob. We just talked to Joshua Butcher from the Baltimore Watchmen last week. So we've gotten a lot of the East. We've talked to Derek Duncan as well to get a little bit more about the Vegas point of the whole thing. You are one of the few players, if not, if my understanding is correctly, one of the only players that has experience in the East playing in the Las Vegas division.
Yep. I actually got 2 championships back east as well. So I'm the only player to have a championship on the East Coast and West Coast ever.
Talk your shit then.
Talk your shit. So I'm thinking about it because I saw that the post that you had up, and I really wanted to know. And again, be as spicy as you want to be, whatever it is. We want everybody to be themselves. All right, we want everybody to be themselves. So when you look at the Insomniacs.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at all the teams in the East. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a bias here, but maybe we might get some realism. We'll see. How confident are you that the Insomniacs will not only be able to hang, but maybe surprise a lot of people and win?
I'm very confident. I haven't really seen any major teams that's really been going out there and blowing everybody out, or no real big threat, really at any of the leagues here in Vegas, back east, or in Ohio. So we're not concerned about who we play or where we play at. It's just because it's the same shit.
Florida. I got it. I got to put my state out there now. I got to.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's especially now with the night crawlers, as you know, getting somebody like Dominic Rogers-Cromartie now.
Yeah.
The league's getting attention. It's getting more attention. So you've been in the first. What made you want to be a part of the A7FL? And how did you transition from being on the East to now playing in virtually a startup and being one of the pillars of the startup in Nevada now?
Well, when I first started back east playing, I wasn't even supposed to be playing because I was in high school. I was like 17 years old, so I wasn't even supposed to be playing. But it was something to do because I had free time on the weekend, and I ended up actually going out there for one game and actually liking it. Um, and ever since then, I was just like, whenever I'm done, like, playing college ball and playing everywhere else, I'm gonna go back to doing this. So when I found out it was coming to Vegas, I'm like, oh shit, let me jump on this now. I'm like, because not everybody on the West Coast even know what it's about. Like it's more of an East Coast type of thing. So, when Derek Duncan was like, hey, come out and try this, I'm like, I was all for it because it was kind of the same thing I played before growing up as a kid. Um, Coming to Vegas, it wasn't much of a difference coming to Vegas. Well, it was a big difference. It's still a big difference, but I mean, in a way, sort of in a way. But you know, we're getting there. Coming to Vegas, as far as the A7 FL, at first I say we weren't physical. We didn't have the same players they had back east, or I mean, we did, but you know, they were elsewhere at the time.
Mhm.
So the only thing about like now that we have the guys that are fast, we have the guys that are strong, we have you know, we actually have the linemen, to compete with these guys back east. So it's
That's big.
yeah.
And it is big because it's faster than a lot of people are expecting.
Hmm.
So in the growth aspect of it, it's one of those things, especially with us, the way that we've seen everything kind of unfold.
Right.
It was very interesting hearing. I'm like, damn, from the East Coast all the way to Vegas, like that's a pretty big move.
That's far. Yeah.
That's one of those, not just, oh, okay, cool, drop of the hat and just move situation. You got to put some thought into that. So the fact that you decided to take a chance and go down and help this division grow and learn the game quicker, because again, you have had that experience on the East playing against guys like the BIC, the U, the
Yeah.
Watchmen before they were the Watchmen, when it was the Gators and everybody. You've seen how the development of the league in the East has happened. So to kind of take that information and share it with the guys in Nevada,
Right.
that shouldn't be overlooked, because that's going to help the development of the West Coast.
Yeah. Of course.
So and I like how you say that, doing it as a kid, because this was one thing that we've learned and realized, that this is something that everybody has played. This is basically professional turkey bowl every Sunday.
Hmm.
No pads, having fun out there, going and having
Man.
time. Even though it's the competitiveness and stuff like that on the field, the respect is relatively there.
Right.
Everybody, knows. And I don't know if you realized it, or maybe you have, but you guys are at a point in time with this league where I hope you realize the growth that it's going to go to.
Mhm.
I mean, that's all on you guys.
Yeah.
Sure, production and everything is fine, but if the play on the field isn't up to par, it doesn't necessarily last.
Yep.
But you guys have helped it grow to this point. So, I mean, I hope you guys take pride in this. Like,
Hmm.
honestly, especially in this point, win or lose, the development and the growth of what this league has gotten to. I hope you guys are proud of what you guys have accomplished, honestly.
Right. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Shit. What was I about to say? I was thinking about something. I was gonna say.
Shit, it's all good. We all had those
We
moments.
all have the moments. Yep. I don't know if he's frozen or that.
No, he's still bringing it up. No. This
Nah.
though. Who y'all got next?
We have OTT over the top. Over the top. Yep. The one thing that I'm kind of like weirded out about is the playoff setup. As far as it because I kind of like not just me, but a lot of us want to be able to play these teams back east,
Mhm.
and it's just like we don't get the chance to, but I don't know, man.
Would you have rather had more opportunities during the regular season to be
Yeah,
able to use an ace?
yeah, oh, yeah, of
Do you,
course.
go ahead, answer that first.
No, I was gonna say yeah, of course, but in reality, it wouldn't just help Vegas; it will help the guys in Ohio and in Florida because in reality, they don't have that many games as it is.
Yeah,
So, so being able to add at least like 2 or 3 Vegas teams to that, to their season, whatever, it's beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, especially in the growth of the league, because again, and I kind of say this: every league is a copycat league. If something is working, people are going to do it until it doesn't, or until somebody innovates something else.
Right.
So if you guys can be able to have those interconference games, that, and I think that would make the championship itself a whole hell of a lot more competitive as well.
Right.
well, let me ask you this: you feel like y'all will travel well if y'all was to have those games, like on
Yeah.
East Coast, or like Ohio and shit like that?
Yeah. The only reason why I say that is because everyone in the Insomniacs want to prove a point that we can go bust some ass. It don't matter what coast we're on, East Coast, West Coast, Northeast, the South. It don't matter. So in reality, I think we would travel really well just to make a statement.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Butcher because I ain't gonna sit here and make a scene because every player we got now I'm gonna ask this. I feel like it's a tradition now. All right. So did you hear about what the Miami Heat did when they before they played Boston Game 6? I mean
What?
Game 7.
What?
They bought a ticket already to go to Denver before they even played that Game 7
Okay.
because they knew they was gonna win. So did y'all buy a ticket to Arizona or get y'all situations ready to go to Arizona because y'all in Vegas, so y'all not that far? Did y'all get y'all situations ready to go to Arizona without even going through the playoff system?
Yeah. I already got my hotel room already booked.
That's all I want to hear. That's the shit I like to hear right there.
from Thursday to Monday. My wife
I
want to come back Monday morning.
That's what we're doing too. We're getting down there and to see the whole thing unfold with everything during the weekend as well, going into the championship. But one thing that I wanted to kind of ask, and hopefully, you being one of the top guys in the league, and I'm sure you talk to everybody else around, is there a plan, win or lose? Because again, you guys are in a point where it's like a history-making situation.
Mm-hmm.
This West versus East conference, like the first Super Bowl-esque type of style that's happening right now, like
Yeah.
it's something to be witnessed because this thing blows up. We were there for that situation type
Right.
of thing. Win or lose. I know you guys have the mindset of there is no lose. We're winning the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But with everybody else involved, is there a sense of no matter what, everybody's going to show up and show out to show support for the league?
Yeah, of course. Of
Okay.
course. It's Vegas versus everybody. That's the mentality we have. We can't speak for Sick with it and anybody else. But of course, why wouldn't we show support if we were to lose or Sickwick or OTT, happen to win or whatever. We're not gonna be the people to be like, oh no, fuck that, we're not going to the game and nothing like that. Nah, we'll be there to support.
I was hoping to hear that answer.
I love that smoke you fucking got there throughout there too. I just want to say that we ain't even got to discuss it. I just, you know what I'm saying?
Vegas versus everybody.
Yeah, well, the little smoke signals you sent out there one time.
Oh, maybe.
So one thing I wanted to ask, because you had made the move from being with the pit bosses, who everyone thought going into the season before the mass exodus of the team, basically happened. You went to the Insomniacs, and I mean, you being the quarterback, I was trying to figure out what made you decide to, in a way, kind of hand over the reins to Scooter, to kind of give him, instead of being like, no, I want to be the guy with the ball in my hands, I want to be the cute, like, was there like a conversation between you guys? Was there just that teammate mentality? You know what, we're gonna do what's best for the team.
It was.
How did that?
No, we didn't have a talk or nothing. It was just when it when they when they reached out, I looked at it more of like business opportunity, you know. And it's not really much of anything. It's just about just knowing when to shut up, knowing when to, just go along with the flow. Um, and not just making it about me, you know. So, but like before, like we're all one team. Like, we all have the same goal. We all want to, we all like we're here for each other. So rather he's gonna feel, rather I'm gonna feel it's gonna be the same outcome. That's the mentality we have.
That's good. It's good to know because you see it all the time when you have talented players on the same team and stuff like that. That the egos clash and certain things get. So to be able to kind of sit back and have a teammate mentality of going, what's best for the team at this point.
Yeah.
I mean that's a good mentality to have. Great. I hope more people can do that because you get winning results. Obviously, with what we've put on the feet, what we've seen from you guys, because
we honestly don't argue like I'll say and tell you guys, we honestly don't argue about shit. Like we never argue, we don't fight. It's an understanding. Like it's more like a brotherhood, and that's one thing a lot of teams in Vegas, like even on the East Coast, fail to have. It's like it's like it's more of a like shit. What the fuck I was gonna say? It's more like one for all for one type of thing. We all got each other type shit. So having that and having football is just more like a big ass family, bro.
So then, I mean, we've seen, and I'm going to be completely honest. I've been a critic, you can say. I try to be as realistic as I possibly can, and I try to call it like what I've witnessed. Maybe it's because your guys' offense has been so explosive, and teams like stick with it. The force is same with the offenses and everything is so explosive. But when we talk about the defensive side of the ball, there's something, at least for me, that seems to be a little bit missing, and maybe you can help me fill in the gap to actually see it.
Okay.
When it comes to the defensive side of the ball, what are you seeing in comparison to, obviously, we hear Big Rob and the praise and the hitting and everything that happens on the East. We know what happens on the East.
Yeah.
But can the defenses in Nevada, in Vegas, match up, if not surpass, what's happening in the East?
Of course. I mean, let me throw this out there. Just for the Insomniacs. The Insomniacs hasn't been scored on in the last 5 years. 5 years. Our defense hasn't been scored on in the last 5 games, bro. We shut everyone out in the last 5 games. So, but as far as anybody else, I can't speak for anybody else. I mean, every defense have their weaknesses, So you just got to. But I believe the Insomniacs can go out there on the East Coast and do the same thing they've been doing all year here in Vegas.
You wholeheartedly believe you'll be able to put up 50 plus, 60 plus against BIC, the U, Watchmen.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's going to be a very good game. Like they're not going to blow them out the water by like 45 points, but just know that it's not going to be like
it'll be more of a dogfight than
Right.
I get that. All right.
And then I was gonna say, as far as like, the Northeast and Florida, it's like earlier earlier in the year, those guys, Rob and those guys, Corey and them, were all saying, not even those, I say, not even just those guys, but they were saying all year round that Vegas isn't good because at the same time, they don't have no, there's nobody out in Vegas that they're really playing and this and that, you know.
Mm.
And I kind of looked at it and was like, bro, look at Ohio. They barely have games and they're playing the same guys in the division. Same with Florida, you know, they barely have guys. They're playing the same guys in the division. So what makes Vegas different from us from the Northeast and from Florida, but you know, I mean, what makes us different from those guys, you know?
Mm.
And in my eyes, Vegas, we got more games than we do in Northeast and Florida, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just
I mean, there's most of the talk is mostly centered around the unknown
right,
because Vegas is relatively new. There's an expectation, especially for guys out in the East. There's no reason why you should be losing to the new guy,
right,
especially the inventors of the game, right? So that's what I'm saying. You coming to Vegas kind of brings that X factor like mentality when it comes to that information, because how much from the beginning of the year, how much have they tried to, or have you tried to implement and tell the coaches, hey, this is how they're going to be doing things out in the East. We need to be preparing for that, or playing like.
oh yeah.
How were you involved with that learning process?
It's I was involved, but not as much as I should have been because the guys were already on it. You know, they know what to look for. They go and do their own research. They go in their own film and stuff like that. So it's like, you know,
This it so it just sounds like we're talking about the most complete team
hmm
right here.
Sounds like
It's sounding like it because I mean there's no worries. I'm not sensing any sort of like.
Hey, if you had to
Really
if you had to pick a strength of the team, what would you feel like that would be?
if
Like,
we had to pick a string, huh?
go ahead. It don't necessarily have to be like a part of football. Like, it ain't necessarily got to be like on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it would be like how y'all, like you're saying, the way y'all are like a one unit type situation. You know what I mean? What do you feel like y'all strength is as a team?
I would say that it would be, uh, it would be having each other's back. So you know, um, more so that and I'll say another thing is the chemistry. We have a lot of chemistry, you know.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that would probably be one of the biggest things that we have.
Okay.
And so that was relative. How many of you guys moved from the pit bosses to the insomniacs? I know it was you and
It,
3 or 4 other guys.
it was about 3 or 4 of us. What?
Okay.
So there's 3 or 4 of you guys that went from the pit bosses to the insomniacs, and then everybody else was kind of a mixture from
Yeah,
other spots.
yeah. A lot of those.
I mean, obviously, like you said, the chemistry and stuff like that is there. But how long did it take for you guys to? How many practices or how many days did you guys go through before you realized, oh, we figured it out?
We don't practice. That's the funny thing. I mean, we we have lately, but I mean, before like we didn't practice. Like we practice it now because playoffs. But I say before playoffs, we didn't practice not one time.
But y'all are active outside as
Yeah,
well. I
yeah,
know there's a lot of players that are doing flag as well. I know you're
mhm,
doing indoor league as well.
yeah,
So everyone has basic. I mean, you're not practicing together, but you're keeping in game shape.
yeah,
At least
yeah.
for the most part.
We talk in the group chat a lot. Like we did a lot of communicating in the group chat. You know, but
So
it, but the difference is like we actually got guys who actually will sit there, take the time to go out the way to watch film, put a scouting report in the group chat. Everyone goes over it. We discuss it when we get to the field, shit like that. Like it's dope as fuck,
That's, I mean, we're talking about chemistry. That's exactly what you need as a team to be successful on that level. You gotta be 7-0, and
Yeah.
blowing out a Kryptonite team 71-0. They're just unrelenting in just. You said y'all only ran about 8 plays.
Yeah, 6 to 8 plays.
Man, that makes sense. I mean, so I need to get to that situation. I mean, we talked a little bit about it after. I mean, do you know? I don't want to get too much into the specifics. Anybody, if you guys want to know exactly what happened, it's all over. You can go see it. It's on social media. It's there. Trust me. You'll be able to see it. But that whole how did that even come about? Because from what it didn't look like the initial play really deserved that type of outcome.
Nah, it was a lot of chit chatting. From what I was told, it was a lot of chit chatting, and when the guy said do something about it, and he went up and did something about it, So, and then
he didn't.
What it is.
3. He said, "Here, you just have one piece," and I mean, again, I'm looking at it going like, holy shit! That because again, they just completely they moved out of the way and didn't show it and kind of cut off the commercial and everything else. When we saw it afterwards, at first, yeah, it's like your initial reaction, just like everybody, it's kind of like, oh shit, like damn, that really, you really have an almost like laugh at it mentality. But then you think about it, going like, man, that can't happen very often. Like,
no.
So, I mean, you say he got a 4-game suspension, which, I mean, obviously something like that was going to come out of it.
Yeah.
But after that situation, what were the talks? What do you guys start talking to each other about? Is there a sense of, all right, hey, calm the hell down. It ain't that serious. Like, what was the conversation after that entire scrum?
Yep. Yeah, of course. We they're talking. Well, I wasn't part of it, but they had a talk in the group chat. They made a team vote to even bring that player back to the team and whatnot, and allow them to play. So it was a group decision and a group discussion. I ain't gonna say too much because but yeah.
I mean, as long as the team has the understanding and everything else after that, that's fine. So going into, now you guys got the OTT, and the expectations are y'all versus Sickwood.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you thinking going into that game? And there doesn't seem, y'all don't have really much else to prove.
No, we're gonna be done. We're gonna be done by third quarter. We're gonna be going home by third quarter.
That's how you feel?
That's our goal. We're gonna be going home by third quarter. People got other shit to do that day, so
Not like this.
Yo.
I like this though. I like it. I like this as a player. I like it.
Yeah, of course.
Third quarter.
The third quarter. Yeah, mercy rule. You only get So when you get 49-0, that clock keeps going. It don't stop. By in the third quarter,
I was gonna say you guys have definitely mercy ruled a few teams this year, but at what point does it get called?
The end of the third quarter.
They put up 90, y'all have put up like 70, 80, and just is there like, oh, they're asking the other team, hey, do y'all want to stop this or do you want to keep going?
No, it's the end of the third quarter. It's the end of the third quarter. They won't even play the fourth quarter because there's no point. There's not enough time for you. I mean, yeah, you could, but it's not possible. I mean, it's never going to happen for you to come back
Okay, so there's no like, because I was wondering there have been times at halftime.
Yeah.
It's been 50-point plus, blowouts and stuff. So I'm like, at what point does the mercy rule come into play?
Yeah.
And if it's just at the end of the third quarter, what's the score limit?
The end of it has to be, I believe, 39-0 by by third quarter or something like that.
Or at least
to get
by
mercy rule.
you guys need to be winning by 39 or 40 points.
Yeah, for mercy rule.
Damn. And that happens a lot. Yeah.
That happens a lot.
So what's your, obviously you're one of those players who can, you can play QB, you can play receiver, you can play running back, you've done 3-on-1. What's your favorite position that you like to play?
Favorite position? It's a good question. No one ever asked me that question. You know that? I've done all these podcasts. I've done all these shows. No one ever asked me that. It's a good question. Shit. I say running back. I like running back and playing quarterback. One or the other.
Okay.
One or the other. One of the. It's just the thing about quarterback that I had to learn was that it's always the quarterback's fault. You lose, it's the QB's fault. If you win, it's the QB's fault. You throw a good pass, the receiver got the pass, it's the QB fault. So it's like, but and then as far as being a running back, I just love being physical. So like it's just the running back position part for me is just like it's automatic fit.
Was the 3-on-1 something that you had at first? Was it like an adjustment that you were like, oh, this is an interesting concept, or was this one of those like, ooh, I want like grit my teeth, I actually want to do this?
When I first did like when I first realized what it was, I'm like, this shit about to be fun. Like this shit about to be dope. Like what the fuck? I'm gonna see if they can try and catch me. Fuck that.
Hell yeah.
Man, you throwing a ball off to me, and you giving me at least like 30 yards, like space wise. Come on, bro. This shit got to be sweet.
I was gonna say for some players in this league, and I'm talking about both East and West Coast here. There's a handful of guys that when the 3-on-1 happens, it's almost like there's 4 or 5 different Devin Hesters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got a few of those.
When the ball gets thrown off to them, it's like, oh shit.
Yep.
Like why are they? Okay. That's with you, with Lavish, with Worthy, with even with Cunningham on the OTT. So it's just when the ball gets in the hands of these playmakers, it almost like looks like you guys thoroughly enjoy it. Honestly, like you guys take pride in the 3-on-1. To be honest.
Yeah, of course, and it's free points. It's like to us, it's like shoot your free throw. It's like free points, and the clock don't run. So it's like, what are you really losing?
Not shooting a free throw.
What are you really losing?
I mean,
hey, look, I love the disrespect. I'm just, I love every piece of that shit. I just understand this game gonna be tough as hell, maybe.
No, well, I'm looking at it this way because I feel like with the inside, because I've had to actually think about it, and I've looked back and put film. We've done the top 5 plays of the week every week and stuff like that. Is there any? Yes, you have the confidence in y'all's ability,
right.
But is there anything that you not? I don't want to say scared of because nobody's scared of anybody. Like that's kind of. I don't really feel like anybody has that fear of any certain individual or any team or anything else like that. But is there something that you feel like if we don't adjust a certain way to this, we're gonna have a problem?
No. Wait, no, I can't say that. I would say, I would say, because I would say maybe at the time the Force possibly because they had a good running, game, good running backs and stuff like that. But other than that, anyone in the league? No, no. I got all the confidence in the DBs. I got all the confidence in the linebackers that we have. So I really don't. No,
No.
no.
If you had to, I mean, the disrespect is already we've already gotten past that point. That's fine. So I know I can ask this question.
I fucking love it.
Who, if you had to choose based on like who you want to play the most, who would
BIC.
be?
BIC.
It's not even.
Yeah, because I mean, ain't anybody else is irrelevant. Ain't nobody else irrelevant on the East Coast. The fuck? You want the best of the best, right? That's BIC.
I mean, they are the champs.
They are the champs.
Defending champs, yeah.
You know.
He said irrelevant though.
Yeah, he definitely said relevant.
Sorry, I mean respectfully, but it's
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
You get a couple messages because the gap between that was
Yeah.
boy. You're gonna get a couple messages, but it's all good though.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of
It's all good.
respectfully.
Y'all
responses
score well,
to
so
that,
y'all
too.
backing it up on the field. So I feel you.
But
No, and I'm not even saying this shit like to be cocky or like to be like it's just
Right.
we know what we can do. You feel me? It's like we know what we can do. We know what we're going to do.
Right.
It's just like so. Fuck everybody else. That's how we feel.
Be the best.
I feel you.
Be the best. You got to beat the best. So I mean, why not beat the defending champs if you had a choice of who you're going to take down? So, I mean, that would be such a fun matchup to watch down there.
Hey, look.
Thank God we get to cover and watch this game because
it's going to be an exciting game. I'm telling you.
I feel like this might be the highest total scoring game.
I mean, if that's the matchup for sure.
I think so.
Okay.
Both teams might have 50 points each, to be honest, or more. So, is there anything in the Ohio division that you guys been? I know that you're paying attention to your own division, who you guys are going to play next. You're studying the East and stuff like that. But have you guys looked at Florida and Ohio and thought of, okay, there might need to be a few adjustments that we need to make here to be?
Nope.
Nope. Nothing.
Nope.
Not a damn thing.
Nope. 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 I'm gonna keep saying the same thing.
Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
We seen Florida beat Ohio's ass in the beginning this year. Game, I believe. First, I believe it was a scrimmage. I believe or something like that. If I'm not mistaken.
May have been.
And they got their ass whooped 70-0 or something like that. I believe. So it's like they're not irrelevant. They're not. Sorry, like we're not worried about nobody in this. No offense, and this is respectfully, we're not worried about nobody in Florida or in Ohio. We're focusing on the East, Jersey. You know, that's but we can't really say nothing about BIC because I don't know how this game is going to turn out for them on Sunday versus the U. You know, so that's going to be a good game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's always a fun game to watch.
We lost the first game against them as well, so it's like
that's what I was saying. I'm like, the U is going to be getting a very, very pissed off, hell bent, seeking revenge.
Yeah. That's gonna be.
It's going to be exciting.
That's why we gotta be done by the third quarter for our game, so we can make that. So we can make that game. I'm just kidding.
But Trey, I really do appreciate you coming on, man, and giving us some time. Talking. People being themselves. That's completely fine. I love every bit of it.
Thank you for having me again, guys.
Absolutely, man. Good luck with the rest of the playoffs. We will, regardless, I'm pretty sure we will be seeing you down there at in Bullhead City, Arizona for the A7FL Championship. So we'll link up some way. Figure out. But we've told everybody this. Once you've been on the show, doors always open. You want to come on, talk, whatever it may be.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk shit about everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I'll wait. I'll wait to after the season for that. But just know that. Just know what's coming.
So,
ladies and gentlemen of the JAFFO Army of the Vegas Insomniacs, Trey Robinson. Appreciate you, Trey.
Thank you guys for having me. Good
night. So, ladies and gentlemen of the JAFFO Army, we appreciate Trey, obviously, for being on and hanging out with us. And before we get on to the next segment, get to our sponsors over at Raise Energy.
What's up, JAFFO Army? JP here of the All Pro JAFFOs, bringing you a message from our proud partners over at Raise Energy. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring the consumer a powerful yet sustained energetic experience to help us put your workouts and focus in general to the very next level. Perfect for anyone at any time. Raise Energy has become the most popular, the best rated energy drink on the market to date, with a phenomenal flavor profile that puts most of the competitors just downright to shame. Powered by the enhanced Refresh technology, Raise Energy delivers with a performance-enhancing energy drink profile that aids in the most often overlooked categories, which include targeted focus, enhanced recovery time, as glycogen becomes depleted, improved clean energy levels, boost in stamina and in hydration. Most importantly, each can of Raise has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. You should not have to drink or settle for any other energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, opt for the smart choice with the #1 fan-voted energy drink on the planet with Raise Energy Drink. Use the promo code ALPHARAISE at checkout to get 15% off of your order. Demand more. Join the Raise Rebellion. Let them know the JAFFOs sent you.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We appreciate it. Yep. I see. So again, we're kind of trying to work with different camera angles here. So, Maverick at the controls. So, have all 3 cameras in stream. Boom, boom. Wait,
that was
off. See if that one's off just a have. Yep. Oh, let me see. Does that work? Yeah, that was better. Wait, can you go back? That's better. Again, we're figuring things out. So no. We're not gonna have solo the middle. Nope.
Other one.
Bang. There we go. So Maverick, on your end, is there any feedback? No sound, no BS. Give me a thumbs up. We're good. You could even throw yourself in the stream if you want to say. Oh shit! Just got the final score. Damn, it's total score. 109-94. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend for the A7FL was, I want to say, everything we expected, and then nothing that we expected, like all at the same time. Certain matchups, yes, we expected the outcomes, but then other matchups, we were like, wow, I was not expecting that whatsoever. Going through the final scores here, you had the Silk City Animals taking on the Renegades, and one thing that was a big conversation piece around this game was the Renegade defense and how much, how well that they've been doing the last few weeks of the regular season, and what they needed to do in order to be successful against the Animals. And none of what we talked about happened. 47-18 was the final score. Huff and the Animals were just it was an ass whooping beyond ass whooping. It was like that we said that the Renegade defense was going to need to score one or two touchdowns on the defensive end in order to be successful and win. The Animals went and scored on defense. So that game there, that was terrible.
It was an onslaught.
See if I can just a little bit. Is it better? Oh, fuck. That's terrible. Oh, man, sorry, people. There you go. Yeah, it's more of a emotion there. Then the next game that we had on the list, the Patterson U versus the Snow Tribe. A lot of people were saying, or I shouldn't say a lot of people, only Corey was trying to talk up the Snow Tribe and how well that they could possibly do in this game. But the U said, no, fuck that. We're moving on. Any dreams that you thought of having a victory or an upset, they're straight down to it.
In the shit.
Yeah. And then you had the Insomniacs and the Kryptonite. We talked a little bit about it. 71-0. Disgusting. What do you say about it? Other than disgusting, other than an absolute dog walking and ass whooping, like, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, you almost feel bad for the other team. As a spectator, I know as a player, especially you, there's a haha. Yeah, I don't give a shit. If you don't like it, stop us from doing it. But
I was all here for it. I was here for it.
But 71-0, that not just a statement was made. That was
somebody get on it.
I don't think it could happen.
In 3 quarters, I feel like you can. Pure domination.
I feel like
Pure domination will get you 100 points in 3 quarters. We know the rules now.
Well, I mean, they have to win by 4, but that's what I'm saying. Like, in order for them to get to 100, they may need a 4th quarter. Because even the Sickwit scoring 92 points, they needed a 4th quarter in order to get 100.
That was very good domination, but it wasn't pure domination. There's levels to this shit.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I believe they were playing the OTT at that time. The OTT themselves scored like almost 40 points because they were going back to back with the.
See, they ain't even pure domination. They ain't even domination. It's just like nobody played.
And that's what we were talking about.
They defense just played defense for a little bit, maybe a quarter. For them to have that fucking 40-something point separation. You know what I'm saying?
They would have needed to have a few more stops on defense. I guess it's possible. Given the right matchup and everything, it's possible.
That was too many possessions. That's already 100 and something points right there. 100 and 30 something points?
Yeah, which is stupid.
Yeah. Stupid. You said 90, they had 92?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was 92-36, I believe the end of the game was. Oh, shit. So about 60 points. But the Insomniacs have been. They've been
Emotional damage.
Yeah, that's hurtful because I definitely thought he said they had 40-some points.
That's attempted murder.
It was. It was.
No,
it definitely was.
See, the problem is that's not attempted murder. That's full-on capital first degree.
So you're admitting this?
That was yes, that was bad. The 71-0 with somebody getting folded. That's 100% murder.
Yo, that fold.
That was a complete. So like, if you can have an example of what happened in the entire game, that's about what happened.
We ain't got to discuss.
We're done.
Let's just move on.
The next game happened. The O-Town Orange took on the Orlando Ghosts, 40-25. Orange weren't playing around this game.
Orange, look at there.
Yeah. I mean, you are a Tampa guy, so I'm sure it doesn't
I didn't say that. I said if they make it, I'm going for my state. That's it.
That doesn't mean the Tampa Night. I've been telling them, you know what? I'm just going to get you a
I don't know why
Nightcrawler
you keep telling them that.
well, because I feel it's true.
I don't know why you feel that way.
I feel like secretly you are a Tampa Bay Nightcrawlers fan.
No. And I had no clue DRC was going there either. Like, that's the crazy shit.
Nobody could do DRC. Other than, obviously,
the people that was involved. But I'm saying, like, this. Nah, I can't just commit to one team. I'm a fan of the league. I want the league to grow more.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. See where it goes before you start picking squads.
And you want to make the announcement now?
Of what?
What we're doing at the fucking event?
Oh, shit.
Can
Can we talk about that, like, closer to it? Or should we just say, fuck it and do it now?
It'll make you do it now. Force your hand. Unless you're going to look terrible. You got choices.
I mean, there's two ways that I'm going to look. I think
It's good and bad. Those are the choices. Good and bad. You can put work in it and look good, or you can do nothing and look atrocious. Your choice.
There's not much of a choice.
Those are the pills.
Those are the pills. But, so, what's going on at the A7FL weekend, I guess this is a little sidetrack before we get into the rest of the scores here. We were looking into what was going on. They're having, flag football tournaments, or not a tournament, but like a championship game. And then they're having esports like Madden and 2K, all that kind of stuff as well. Well, it turns out they're also having an A7FL combine. Well, in order to do the combine, it's $50 per player. Now, I haven't played since I fucked up my knee back in 2013. You've been playing semi-pro, to this day, especially this coming Saturday. Last game of the season? Playoff game. Out there in River City High School.
Yeah.
So get down. I'm going to be there for that one. I have to be there for that one. I got nothing else to do. And I don't want to say that like, there's nothing else to do. I'm going to
Man, look,
but
whatever gets people there.
But 6 o'clock, yeah? Yeah.
6:30, I think it is.
Will the refs be on time?
The rest has been on time since.
Okay.
And before.
It's just that.
Just that one.
Okay.
Out of 8-9 years playing. Never seen that before.
This is why I always question whether or not to even try semi.
But look, like I said, I played 8 years and I've never seen that before. Ever.
There's always a first time for something.
Exactly.
I mean, I've seen some shit, but being that late to a game and then calling it,
Bro.
So wait, did they call it or did you just say, "No, fuck that, I'm leaving"?
Neither. They called it.
They got there late and then they left early. I wonder if they still get paid fully for that.
Ain't no, there's no fucking way. I wouldn't pay them some bitches fully.
Not for being that late. Like
Fuck no. You was there half a game and you was late as shit.
Nope.
Fuck no.
Not
I'll be honest with you. I'll be like, is this pro bono? I'll be asking.
Are they on a salary or is this like per hour? Can we take from their check considering they were late 3 fucking hours?
Is this pro bono? They're late a whole fucking game. Like, we could have been done by now.
Game started at 3. It didn't start until 6, and it ended at halftime because of a fight.
Oh,
so
I went the wrong.
Semi-pro football for you.
I mean, just that game.
Just that game.
Just
that whole situation was a fucking shit show.
It was. I got the win, so I don't give a
So yes, there is a combine going to be in that weekend. So we've decided we're going to do it. We're going to be involved in it. We are going to actually partake, not just like there and filming it. We'll actually be partaking in the activities. And they are the typical, assuming the 40 shuttle.
That's my guess. I haven't looked into it.
So you got a month and a half.
That's correct. Yeah, you can do it, man. If there was a way.
No, I can't.
I know there's a way.
No, I can't. And here's why.
That
Because
moment could have been drugged out for dramatic purposes. It would have been beautiful. Like, this still can be. Like, clip that moment. And we could put, like, because you sat there for a second, like, you held the whole moment. You sat there for a second and was, like, molded over, like, can you actually do this?
I really, because, like, honestly, there is that thought process. There is that fucking, can I still do it? Now,
you have all
a small test of that was when we were at the All-Star game and I was fielding kicks. That was one of those moments I remember distinctly as the ball was in the air coming to me. In my head, 2 scenarios popped in. Either I'm going to catch it, throw it back, nothing doing, or my glasses were going to get broke. That ball was going to go straight through my hands, fuck up my face.
Oh,
probably
shit.
get a cut on my eye because the lenses get all fucked up. I'd just be all sorts of screwed. I'd just been screwed.
That visual.
So I was looking at it going, oh, what a truth. All right, let me see if I can still. And I was catching her. Okay. All right, I still feel. Obviously I can drop weight, but I still feel like I can move given what I am.
Okay.
So I feel like I know what I need to do and what
You have all the necessary tools. You have a pool right here.
There's a pool right there. There's also a workout center.
Yeah.
They don't really have to do that. So.
I mean, you have enough to get your cardio semi together. You have a treadmill in there, right?
Yeah.
And a pool.
But
I see like some kind of machines.
The treadmill though is like when it comes to cardio, I would rather do like either the elliptical or the Stairmaster.
Do they have elliptical in there?
They have elliptical.
You kind of set yourself up for this.
Obviously, I'm just getting you. But like I like the Stairmaster and stuff too. That one also really, but they don't have that. They don't even have a freeway adventure.
Okay. What do they have in there?
They have an assisted one. You know, one of the machine ones that you pull the thing out.
Oh yeah, Oh yeah, gotcha.
And you can adjust it to do like the incline or shoulder press, whatever.
Gotcha.
But it's assisted. That's isolating, but it's
starting off.
Yeah, I guess you gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah, you definitely do. You can start there for easily half a month. The time you have to wait.
I gotta get to the field work though. Like I can the
have
gym
a
and
park
everything
down the fucking street. I literally drove here. You have a park down the fucking street, Josh. You have 2 parks by your house? Are you serious right now?
So there's really no excuse, is there? Well, yeah.
We definitely have to clip that moment and make it a dramatic thing because there's no fucking way this part isn't the reveal. Oh no, Maverick saw what I saw. That's all I did. Thank you. That gave me the reassurance. You saw what I saw.
That thought process, yes. I mean, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't at least that little fear of just absolutely fucking embarrassing myself.
Dude, that's my only fear for you too. Because I know I'm taking it serious.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't I take that situation? But
no,
if I didn't take it seriously, then I would definitely be making myself look like a fucking fool.
Exactly. And that's the part that I'm getting to right now. The but you're going to say. Because I feel like you had a but. I feel like you're going to stop at some point. And
there's no way in that situation I don't take it seriously.
You have to. You have to.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
But like, it would be fun to play for this. I'd be playing DN though, like real shit. If I had to choose a position, yeah, because
we have to get your base and your core.
So that was my natural position to begin with.
Okay.
Before tight end.
Okay.
I feel more comfortable at the DN. Just the way to
move,
the hand movements, and I'm much better at that. So that's what.
Oh,
damn! Maverick being an asshole today. Maverick's being a dick.
I love it.
Maverick is being a 100%.
He said no, sir.
Oh shit. But I mean, yeah, that's probably the position that I would end up in the trenches.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay in my natural D-line position. I won't even try to. I mean,
the DTDN. There we go. Got it.
Well, I mean, if I can get down to my weight that I want to be, I'm going back to the edge.
Be on the opposite side. What edge do you like to be on?
I'm uni-edgel. I don't know how to say that. That was wrong. You could ask me, please.
I like to be on the left.
There you go. I don't
coming into the.
Gotcha.
So.
Yeah, I really don't give a shit.
I'm just saying.
I got moves.
Preference.
I got moves for everybody. Moves for you.
Okay, all you need is a fucking Undertaker choke.
No, dude, I promise you, this spin move I hit on this motherfucking guard this past weekend, bro, he's still confused today. He's confused right now. I bet he's right now looking at footage like, how the fuck did he hit that spin? I promise you. I gave a plethora of guards that same spin.
Like Dwight Freeney-esque.
Bro, I don't know who to give it the acclaim to, but I hit this motherfucker smooth. And I like, bro, I've been doing that same spin for years. I was chasing this fast-ass quarterback. This the dude, I promise you. I sent the play to the group. This dude shook the shit out of our whole defense, bro. I wasn't on the field at that moment. I was rotated out. But this play, bro, he shook the shit out of our whole defense. And then the turf monster got him. I was like, no, you can't go out like this. Hey, dog, I was watching film, and I knew what happened. I still was like, there's no way you go out like that. Like,
yep, that happened.
You ran 100 yards for 15 yards of progression. I promise you, he shook the shit out of our whole defense.
And he still only got 15 yards?
He only got 15 yards, bro. He got the first down and 5 yards extra. That's it, bro. Like, that was it. And I was like, that's crazy. I'm like, the turf monster ate his ass up. There's no way.
Next, the Covington Heights took on the QC Crush, winning 37-7. The OTT took on the Vibe and won 58-33. The Vibe put up. There was a point in time in that game when we were watching it where it was close.
Too early
But,
first half,
yeah,
it started getting reckless.
Yeah. But after that, it was kind of like, oh shit.
They started putting up a fight toward the end, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was too late by then.
Yeah.
The Chaos did what they've been doing to the Volcanoes all year long, 63-7.
Commendable.
So
the 7 points is commendable.
No, fuck that. Stop.
We're not
getting it because
son. Yo,
because they remember the guy that I was showing you. Okay, look.
What guy?
All right. So for those of y'all who haven't been watching, look. Sometimes what I say can be brutally honest. But whoever let 6'5" on defense, 65. Whoever. Okay, look, I'm gonna leave it to they don't have enough players.
I think they don't got enough players.
Just leave it, and we'll hope that that's it. Because if you have enough players and that's your best defensive lineman,
ain't no way, ain't no fucking way, boy. Ain't no way.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
This is somebody like it was, somebody at the YMCA who saw a post up on the billboard and just thought, oh, this would be fun.
Maybe that's why they don't have enough players, bro.
Because I can't for the life of me figure out why you would just play 6-on-7 ball. Trey was talking about irrelevant.
Yeah, that's an irrelevant player right there. Yeah, my man. Doing too much of nothing.
Just again, I don't know what it is. I don't know the reason why, but we're gonna err on the side of they don't have enough guys. Because again, if they do, and that's the best option that they got at that position, then they've got a lot of work to do. Yeah, bro, a lot of work.
Hey, look, first off, I would.
You guys can go back and look at the tape if you want to.
Losers, in other words.
Thank you.
Basically,
it's going to sound harsh to people, but you know what? Hey, I feel like Big Rob has said way worse than we ever said on this. I feel like more has been said by other people than we have ever said on this show.
I might need to travel outside your area, start trying to figure out
how to recruit or how to figure.
No, recruit is the right word. Recruit. Y'all gotta recruit. Don't sit here and play with it. Say what it is. Y'all need to recruit.
Y'all gotta go all over Olentangy and recruit your best athletes.
No, you need to got an Olentangy because first off, the name.
That's the city.
I got that, but look, the name let me know ain't no talent there. Ain't no talent there. Look.
Ain't nobody with talent came out of Olentangy.
It probably did. They probably was the best. I don't know. What Ohio? They got
I don't look. The only thing I know, like with the kid in Columbus and everything, like I understand Ohio has good athletes, but not out of the only thing you apparently.
I mean, look what we just saw.
A lot of work needs to be done.
Man, look, y'all don't know what's going on. If they need to bribe people, look, you know, if people probably ain't got babysitters or something, you need to sit here and pay somebody cousin, somebody can watch the kids. Have a little babysitter center and have somebody, y'all players or something. Y'all gonna figure something out, like figure out job programs to help people out so they can afford coming to the game. I don't know. Y'all gonna figure something out, bro.
Because again, it's only going to help the league if you get better. And let's look at it from here. It can't get any worse.
Or just give my boy some Zumba classes
or just
yoga.
Keep him being the water boy as he originally was there for.
It's stiff clay. You know, when clay gets stiff, you got to put water on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you bring life back in the clay, you know. You just give him some yoga classes, some Zumba, you know. Get some field workouts, some ladder.
Okay, I think at this point in time we're getting to the point where you're starting to, and I'm going to be. There are some people at some points just have to tell them this may not be for you. You want to be around the game or around the team, or you help somehow, some way, some sort, whatever it may be. What is that? Okay, this has been all season long.
You see him before?
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I can't give him. I just can't give him a pass. I can't. Some people, it's just like, hey, you know what, man?
He might be an essential asset to the team.
If that's the case, this man.
Oh shit!
If that's your pillar, if that is your pillar to success, disband, because that's what's happening soon with him.
Oh my God!
That's. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Some people, it just. It can't. It cannot be done. What I saw on Sunday, okay, I have never felt more nauseous watching a fucking player in my entire life play football.
Yeah, my man like he was tiptoeing.
Like, no. Tiptoeing is being gentle.
I mean, some people
stumbling, bumbling. That's.
Oh no!
Just. I'm a sprint waddle. That was rough. Penguin. It was rough. No bend in the knees, really.
Not a bend at all.
It just
outside the side. That's what I'm saying. He just needs flexibility. Look, he can bend his knees. That's where your power comes from. Your hand needs to
you know. There's also IQ in that,
which is teachable. That's what I'm saying.
At this point in time.
What you mean? What you mean? He can learn still. He just got to get flexible. He can't do certain things because he's not flexible. Everybody can get flexible. You just got to get into yoga and just work that shit out, man. For real. I'm dead serious.
I could have played for the Volcanoes right now.
All right. You would have been a part of that. You would know. You would have been a part of that.
No. I would have been part of the ass whooping for sure.
Oh yeah,
But my performance would not have been the reason for it.
Hey fam, I bet you it's a few players on that team you can say that for, but again, all of them 63-7 ass whooping across their forehead, all of them. So it don't matter. Like all y'all as a unit lost.
The effort is commendable.
Okay.
I'll give him that. Because it did look like he was giving it his all.
That's all you can ask for.
Well,
in Olentangy? That's all you can ask. Olentangy, Ohio. I never thought I'd say that.
I didn't even know there was a city named Olentangy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No disrespect to the people who live in the great city of Olentangy. I'm just saying your team needs a little bit of improvement to be a better representation of your community. Get your best athletes out there because what's representing y'all right now. Ooh. I'm just saying, you said, what if that's one of them? If he's what? The nerve.
What you mean? What you mean?
What if he's one of their pillars? Jesus
he could be a pillar to the team. You don't know. He could be.
Is he the motivational piece?
He could be the motivational.
Is he the Rudy?
He could be the Reverend.
He ain't the Reverend. He's Rudy.
What you mean he ain't the Reverend?
He's Rudy.
How you figure he ain't the Reverend? What makes you think? He not a biblical garb underneath his goddamn uniform.
I'm sorry. Anybody that I've ever seen play football who is Reverend-esque or preacher-esque is actually good at the game.
You don't know. You always, like you told me earlier, it's the first for everything. Right?
So he's their biblical leader?
Possibly.
I mean, you can have that. I mean, you can have the guy do the prayers and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean you tell the Catholic priest to suit up.
I mean, if the Catholic priest got to make numbers, then, you know, they say 7 on 7, he number 8. Somebody got to sit out, and that's the quarterback. Everybody else going.
It's kind of a bad example of God is with me.
Boy, no. God is with all of them. Everybody. For real. But, I mean, for them especially. Because he needs to bless.
Bless this man's knees.
Bless the whole team. They need talent to walk through that
holy water all over everybody. Bathe in that shit.
The same, whatever hospital that Stephen LeBron was from, y'all need to go see what's up and start grooming them kids. To do that shit, because boy, I'm telling y'all right now, boy, y'all boys.
This is the most we probably ever roasted a single team in December. But moving on to the next. Again,
don't worry about it. Take the kryptonite with you.
I just had to point it out.
No, take the kryptonite.
Emotional, damn it.
Give me this camera real quick. Maverick, give me this. Give me this one. Hey, 65. Hey, awesome with the effort. Yeah, there really needs a whole lot of improvement, but if you're gonna get anything from me, hang them up, bro. Just it's time to stop. It's time to stop. I'm sorry. You just need to go for yourself. Don't put your body at any more risk than it already is. You've been hurting yourself on every play so far. Okay. It's just, it needs to stop. Okay. I appreciate the effort, but it ain't for everybody all the time. I'm sorry. Thank you.
That's crazy.
So, Las Vegas Aces took on not the Las Vegas Aces. I mean, when you have the team named the Aces, you would think they're from Vegas, but the Los Angeles Aces took on the Vegas Hunters, and 30 what? What?
You gave my boy a monologue, then he should retire, dog.
I mean,
give my boy
I'm
a
here.
whole monologue.
I'm here. I'm here to help people. Okay, I'm here to help people in any way that I can. All right. And to be fair, they can't even come at me because I've already self-created myself more than enough, than anybody else ever could. But I just saying, man. I'm just saying, it ain't for everybody. This is why some kids, when they go through the Oklahoma drills, they go and play basketball. It just ain't for everybody. It's just not. This is a guy that they probably saw him over at fucking Safeway one day. He's got some good size. We need somebody on the defensive line. Hey, can you play football? Oh, I'd love to play football.
I feel like I need to watch film because he looks like he might play online. 65?
Yes.
He had long sleeves and leggings. He probably chose his number. He might play online. That's what I'm saying. They probably just got low numbers. He play online. What if he's a center?
Again, if there's just low arm people,
if he's the center, he's a part of that touchdown.
It was on the 3-on-1.
Never mind.
I get you were trying to help.
I definitely trying to. All right, we can just.
I mean, correct me, people, if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was a 3-on-1. That's 7 points at that time. But yes, the Aces 34-26 over the Hunters. So the Aces, the only team left out of LA, still in the tournament. And then the Sick-Witted and the Force, 27-25. Sick-Witted took the win. That was a damn good game. It looked there for a second. Force were going to come out with the win.
Yeah, it was close. Very close.
At one point, I think the Force were up 19-6.
I'll be honest. I thought the Force was going to lose badly because I thought that quarterback exploding. I thought that was an implosion.
Yeah, Geary and Lavish. I think the Force did a really, really good job at containing Lavish.
Yeah.
Especially in the 3-on-1 aspect, because then the rest of the game they were mostly using Lavish as a decoy.
Mm-hmm. Which worked out.
But it did. But you definitely want to. You're running out of power.
Oh shit!
Do you have your charger?
It was right. It was right there.
This is what happens when you do things live. I told you it was a low spot. But yeah, I mean that game. It was close. It really challenged the Sick-Witted to kind of show what they were made of in points of adversity. So they come out with the win. Hopefully they learn from it, because I think a lot of the mistakes that they made against the Force, they're not going to survive against a team like the Insomniacs or anybody else like that. Did you?
I took it out the bag. I didn't forget it. I took it out the bag. I just don't know where to put it. That's why I was looking down.
That'll be here somewhere. Is it in one of those bags?
No.
What? Is that? Is it? Maybe I covered it on accident.
One's first.
On the couch, you can see a cord over there. Was the cat right there?
Yeah.
So yeah, it says it's getting low on. Don't want that out.
Make sure the phone's good too.
I was about to say, yeah, because I mean, the camera's still going, but
Yeah, phone's fine. I think should be fine.
I was gonna say, I think mine can reach my battery will be fine, especially for as much time as we have left. If it can reach over to yours, then
Yeah, reach.
throw it in.
Cool. So, the sound of life. All right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did you want to take the phone charger and put it on
Oh
the
no,
middle one?
no, that's fine.
No? Good. I would say, because if that one goes out,
Yeah, no, I think that. I'm pretty sure that was like at 90 something. I got the car. I had it charging the whole time.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you guys see again how we kind of have this whole setup again. Hopefully, we'll be able to do more things like this, especially with Mad Sticks involved. Couldn't get him today because we were hoping that his schedule would be that he had the evening off, so we would have been over with him at his place. So he's got the setup and everything like that there. But this is essentially how we were trying to kind of do everything. You know, the camera here, obviously, on one person. You know, the other middle camera, all that other kind of shit. We're trying to be more professional with it. But that's what we try to do. But yes, getting back to the game, the sick with it coming out and getting the win. Now it's something that they can kind of look back and learn from because, again, they can't make those mistakes again going forward. And I don't know. I mean, how can you not when the guys scoring touchdowns almost at will? They almost rely too much on average, you know, to make things done. They have to be able to have some guys there that'll step up to, you know, do when he's not. Now they have players to do it. They just need to get them more involved.
I'm not taking your word for it because that's your team that you picked. So you definitely watch it.
Okay, I'm like it. I didn't pick them. I just said that out of everyone, they were in my opinion, the most fun to watch. I wasn't saying like, oh, that's my favorite team in the entire league.
You don't say.
No, that's not what I said.
You don't say.
Exactly. I didn't say. I did not say. Mav, are you still there? His camera's off. I don't know if he's. And I can't see the private chats or anything else like that, so I don't know if he's saying anything. So we can actually have that. We'll have him for that up. There we go. No spot there. Appreciate you. Team called the Aces. You think? Damn, he said for a team called the Aces, you think they'd be good? Wow. He said they stink. LA Aces catching strays from Maverick. But I mean, the first week of the playoffs again, everything we expected, and then nothing that we expected, you know, kind of at the same time. But next week, BIC, U, that's going to be. I mean, they have, and then the Night Crawlers versus the Orange, the Ohio Championship, the Chaos versus the Ice. We heard Trey saying it. Insomniacs versus the OTT, the Watchmen versus the Animals, Puff. That's going to be interesting. But this game right here, the BIC and the U, that's going to be a memorable one. And then you have the Aces versus the Sick with it. And then it looks like, yep, Aces Sick. And then at that point, the winner of Aces Sick with it and Insomniacs OTT play each other for the Vegas Championship, and then they play winner of the Chaos and the Heist. And then the winner of the Northeast Division will play either the Nightcrawlers or the Orange. So it's the second week of the playoffs is looking pretty good. We're going to be dropping the first round of the playoffs plays of the week, hopefully by the end of tomorrow. Have that, and then have more A7 NFL action. Hopefully tomorrow. I don't want to say it yet because I don't want to jinx it. But tomorrow
we might have something on the works.
But Friday coming along. There's a whole lot to talk about when it comes to this league. And then, again, the Nuggets took Game 3 against the Heat. Let's see if I can get the box score here.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's going to be a dogfight. Game 7. Yeah. I think so. Game 7 for sure. Because they keep trading blows like this. And they're playing in Miami, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Would you consider that a big loss? 109 to 94?
Like 15 points. All right.
Damn. Jokic had a 32, 21, and 10. That. How do you stop that?
Like I say, you playing like LeBron. Just pretty much let him do whatever you want. You pretty much got to stop everybody else. Just hope for the best. That's all you do.
For people who don't know what 32, 21, and 10 means, that means 32 points, 21 rebounds, and 10 assists. That's the two-time MVP. If he wins a championship,
I can't even get in that conversation with you.
no, we'll have it after if it happens.
I won't even speak that to existence because I don't know what you're talking about. Right now, personally, I feel like Miami still got a chance to go ahead and take this game forward, tie it back up, go on the road.
Well, I think so
Just
too.
got to steal another one on the road.
They've been.
That's all it is. You got to steal another one on the road.
But that's after you win one at home.
Yeah, we got to win game 4, yeah.
So then that's Friday at 5:30.
Y'all really locked and loaded.
By the time we get our show started at 7, they'll either be done or getting there. Close to it.
Like third quarter.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
You do go down long, huh?
Yeah, about halftime. Halftime, like 15 minutes.
Depending on timeouts and fouls and all that shit.
It's the finals. I just think on that shit being 3 hours.
Feels like the story as well of Jimmy Butler being MJ's illegitimate son. More and more people are actually starting to believe that.
That shit funny as hell.
What if it's true? Can you imagine if that story was actually true?
I mean, if it was true,
that would be like.
I mean, all right. Ain't like Mike gonna do shit.
Whoa.
Like everybody just go about their business. At that point, you know what I mean? Like,
You don't think Mike would be asked a shit ton of questions about that whole thing?
he also is Michael Jordan. Like a millionaire now, right?
He doesn't really have to speak up. They can ask him all the questions in the world. He just. Next question.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's a billionaire now.
NBA Finals is actually Jesus Christ. 9% chance of it.
Miami? I know. That's all good.
I mean, if you were a betting person,
I'm betting on Miami.
I mean, they're plus 550 right here. Pretty good odds. Pretty good odds to go bet on Miami if you and if you're going to make the bet and get down to specifics, let it be Miami winning the title in Game 7 by 7 points. No,
Well, I ain't
8
doing no
points.
points. I'm just going
By 8 points.
straight out. I ain't doing no spread. That should have killed you.
That's fine. I'll take the front of that one.
No points. No points. It's the game, goddamn.
But if it happens, would you be happy?
Miami winning? Yeah, I'm a fan. That's my team. Yeah,
Of course I'm sure you're happy.
I mean, look. I would ask you the same thing, but y'all got Kyle Shanahan as your coach. So, you know how that goes.
How the fuck do we always end up to you talking some sort of shit about the 49ers? We're not even talking about football.
I mean, because, all right, so look. It's just process of elimination. The Kings are already knocked out.
But what I'm saying is, why do we even have to go this
The
route?
next sport is football.
But
You're not talking about baseball. Your next
No.
sport is football.
Yeah, but we
Just going based off of the rotation.
but there wasn't we already talked football.
I know, but I'm saying just to give an analogy. Or is it a metaphor? Or is it neither? It don't really matter. It's not like the statement's false.
Oh shit. Let's see. Hold on. Jokic and Murray becoming the first teammates ever with 30-point triple doubles each in NBA history.
Congratulations to them boys, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, y'all did that in the game. Guess what happens next time?
What, does Jimmy get a triple double?
Nah. We just want to do a thing. We're going to win the game.
I hope so, man. They've been doing. I mean, they've been a team that we've been talking about the entire time. So, and that we've had a lot of faith in. Even I've been with you on that conversation. So, I mean, I hope they do. I really do think it's going to go to 7 games now. It's going to be a dogfight the entire way.
I'm highly upset, to be honest with you. I'm highly upset that we lost.
Oh, today. Well, you can't lose at home. That's.
I really wanted both of these wins. To go up 3-1.
To give yourself at least a cushion.
Yeah, go to Denver, we could lose that game. Like, high altitude, just a big adjustment going right back. You got to win game 4. Like, got to win game 4.
Yeah, there's no way you could be going back to Denver down 3-1. No way. Do we want to talk about Zion at all?
No. You got something to speak on. That boy dumb as hell. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just asking if you wanted to. We don't have to. No need for it.
But like first off,
Again, we don't have to.
We ain't been on the court like that. We can move on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate the hell out of you guys hanging out with us on this Wednesday. First time in a little while. Actually, this is the first time, at least you and I have been in the same room doing the podcast. We've done it before where it was me and Matt Six, and then you were on the other end doing it. But this is the first time that we've actually had this type of setup and everything like that going on. So it's cool to play around with it. Definitely need to get better at doing it, but nonetheless, it was fun. I appreciate Trey for being on with us. Talking that talk. That's how now he's got to walk the walk. That's all I'm saying. Talk the talk, walk the walk. I know what I've seen. I get that. All the way through to the end.
You put 71 points on somebody. Oh, you fucking talk. Said they ain't scored. He said they ain't scored the last 5 games. I feel him. Lose the game, score more points than the other team. If they don't score, you win easily. And it seems like Trey is not lying. Gotta prove him wrong right now.
Everybody in A7FL Nevada, A7FL East Coast, everybody, they all got to prove it wrong. But we'll see what happens. This second round of the playoffs, can't wait for that to go down. We'll talk more about that come Friday. Again, hopefully some things in the works that we can get done come for tomorrow. But Friday, next podcast for sure, talking about round 2 of the A7 playoffs. So we appreciate the hell out of you guys for hanging out with us. Appreciate Trey, Maverick, and behind the scenes taking over most of pretty much all the controls today. While we've been hands-free doing everything else. So appreciate Maverick. For myself, JP, for the 610 Beach from the Southeast, Mr. Country Guy, we will see you guys next time. What is this?